Hello, I am Charlie Simons. Welcome to the Big Old Bad Old Broadcast. This is Christine Bish. There's something going on at the California State Capitol building. It's happening tomorrow. This is a big deal. That's why we're doing this show right now real fast. I'm going to ask you to please share this with everybody everywhere. We need all hands on deck. We need people showing up tomorrow. I know that's a big call. If you're working on Tuesday and you can't make it, let somebody else know so that they can be there. So all the details are, it's happening tomorrow, and that is August 11th at the California State Capitol building. This right here is Christine Bitt.
We're going to be across the street. We're going to be across the street behind the convention center. There's a big courtyard between the Capitol building and the convention center. That's where we're at because of the construction.
I'm glad I brought that up because you were able to correct me. I want everybody to be able to make it to this event. This is a huge deal. Please fill us in, Christine.
Okay, so what's going on is Politico is hosting a big event for California politicians. And Bacerra is going to be there, Nancy Pelosi, of course, my favorite, Adam Schiff, and a whole bunch of the crew are going to be there. But and Steve Hilton has been invited, but my concern, it's not the Hilton campaign. I'm there because of Bacerra. That is where my focus is. What, 358,000 children that are missing? And he refuses to answer. He keeps running away from people who interview him, getting mad. And we need to be out there with signs. Where are the kids? With bullhorns, noisemakers. Politico is hosting this, and this is the opportunity for California to be heard, that we're not going to allow this guy to be ushered in. Because what a lot of people don't understand is everything, we can't expect a cabinet position. He was in HHS, Health and Human Services.
Under Biden, yep.
Under Biden, but he was in charge when we had the baby formula shortage.
That's right.
Those were all his missteps. He was in charge when we started implementing all of this motor voter, and our elections went completely sideways. He was the guy right there behind Padilla, just rubber stamping all the craziness that destroyed our elections here. This guy, he might have an education, but he does not know how to manage a large organization. And he's proved it time and time again. He's the one that allowed the lax rules.
Even his fellow Democrats who served with him under the Biden administration from hell had nothing but bad to say about him. Basically, feckless, worthless, didn't do a lot. What he did do wasn't done well. That's his history. But yet he keeps getting promoted because he says the right things. He has the right look. He has the right last name to get elected in areas that are predominantly Hispanic. He's got he's a Latino, and
he's Latino,
and he's not even Latino, but everybody thinks he is. And in California, that can win you
because
elections.
Because of the Spanish last name, yes.
That alone, can win you elections in California. But if our brothers and sisters who are people of color would actually stop and take a look at what this man has done and start realizing and start looking at what he and his party have done to this state, put a little critical thinking into it. The ones who will never vote for anyone who has an R in front of their name, take a second look at Steve Hilton. This is an opportunity to actually do a major course correction. And he's been invited to this event tomorrow. That's amazing. I wonder if he'll show up because he's got the guts to do it. But if Pelosi, Schiff, and Bacerra are all on stage, what are they promoting, by the way? Is this like Bacerra for governor thing? Why are they gathering tomorrow?
I don't know. We just got the notice of it. I got it late last night. So I have been sending out emails and text messages. And like I said, this is not about the event. And believe it or not, with me involved, this is not about Adam Schiff. This is about Bacerra. 358,000 missing children. He can talk to us about the baby food, the baby formula shortage, why people weren't able to feed their children. But I want to know, where are these missing kids? What happened to him? I know what happened to him.
Predominantly,
Why
by
was
the way,
he allowing people
and
to
these children who
anybody?
are missing, and the ones who've been have been recovered so far, have been forced into child sex slavery and labor slavery. Those
Yes.
children, by the way, are people of color. They're children of color. They're from Latin American countries for the most part, Central and
Yes.
South America for the most part. That alone should just cause a lot of outrage about this indifference to where all these children are that they didn't even bother tracking when they opened the borders for everybody. All the people who have gone through, jumped through all the hoops and paid all the fees and so on to be here legally have got to be outraged at all of this and what's happening. And then
Yes.
Bacerra's just going to waltz right in and not be held accountable for all of over 250,000, 1/3 missing children during that whole 4 years of open border crap. with
There's
the
a
kids.
whole lot of debate. Yeah, there's a whole lot of debate. But when we talk about missing kids, it doesn't matter their race, their religion, where they're from. Nothing matters. These were innocent children, and this clown needs to answer for it.
Amen. Amen. I strongly encourage you to show up for this event tomorrow. This is not one of those we're going to rally around and it's a conservative and
Nope.
get Steve Hilton elected kind of thing. This
No.
is a disruption kind of thing. We're going to
Yes.
show up. We're going to bring signs. We're going to make some noise. We're
Yes.
going to let the media is going to be there in full force. For something like this, Pelosi, Schiff, and Bacerra all at the same place here in
Yep.
Sacramento, trust me, the media is going to be there. So we need to be there too and show our opposition. Now, we've done this kind of thing before. All of us together, we patriots who could, we've shown up for these kind of things. But this is so imperative and it's so last minute. And I ask you to please share this show to let others know this is happening Tuesday, August 11th. What time and where, Christine?
11:15, and where the Sacramento Convention Center is, I believe it's 1400 L Street. We're going to be just behind there. There's a courtyard behind the convention center. There's a big Starbucks there, and that's where I'm asking everybody to meet me there at 11:15. We're still trying to get details where they're coming in. I am pulling every resource and every favor that is owed to me so that we can get there and make this count. We know they're not going to do it on the main drag right out in front of the convention center, but it's billed at 1401 L Street, which means that is the courtyard behind the convention center. There's a Starbucks there. It's all, there's no traffic, so it's going to be easy for us to be there and to make some noise. We have an opportunity for the media to see what Sacramento, what Northern California thinks about this man and his job history. We're not talking about what he will do. We're talking about what he has failed to do, and that has failed to protect 358,000 children. Now, it doesn't matter what your political party is, because if you have a child that you love, whether it's a niece, a nephew, a cousin, the kid down the street, then we need somebody in office that's going to put those kids first, that's going to protect them. They're not stepping stones for him to take control. We need to know where these missing children are, what horrific things are happening to him. He can't skate out the back. We need to make noise. So if you have a heart, if you care at all about these children that are missing, this isn't a political rally. This is demanding answers for the most innocent people on this planet.
Amen.
We need your help.
Amen. 1401 L Street.
L Street, and it's behind the convention center, Sacramento Convention Center. The Hyatt's right there, the Sheridan's right there, and this is a big courtyard. So we don't have to worry about cars. We're going to be safe there with our signs. Nobody's going to drive by and harm us. But this is where the event is happening. So we're meeting outside the Starbucks, And the more people that can come, bring your signs, bring your noisemaker, bring yourself, bring a friend. It's we have an opportunity to make our voices heard. How many times have you seen Bacerra even near the public? Everything is always staged and manicured.
Oh yeah.
We can
Oh,
make
obviously.
a scene.
Oh yeah,
And
they're pulling a Biden. They're pulling a
Yes,
Biden.
they are.
They'd love to just put him in the basement and let him do his little online things. They're
There
pulling a
you
Biden. They
go.
don't want him having to answer any questions because he's dirty as hell, and he has been for a
Yes.
long time. A long
And
time.
I want you to think about who they're bringing in. They're bringing in Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff. It's like, what trash can did they have to scrape the bottom of to bring these reprobates to Sacramento? It's not bad enough what they have done in Washington, D.C., and I have a bone to pick with all of them. Steve Hilton is going to be there, but I'm telling you, this isn't about Steve.
I hope he shows up. I hope they give him the stage. Please let that happen, Lord. Please let that happen. Oh, I would love to see Steve Hilton actually take the microphone in the middle of all that ridiculousness, that sea of sewage.
Like I said, I don't know what security is, but I need everybody out there. If you went out to the Capitol during the recall 2020, during the COVID lockdowns, you know the power we have in numbers, and I need you there.
Amen. So I'm picturing in my mind the Capitol building. If you're on the front steps looking down towards the Tower Bridge there, on the right.
The other way. There's a that's where the hotel is, where whenever they didn't bring out porta potties, we all had to go over to the Sheraton to go to the bathroom.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
It's right behind it.
Okay.
So if you pull up to the convention center, and park anywhere around the convention center, we're right around the back.
I was going to ask about parking. Do you know anything about parking?
There is tons of public parking there. There is street parking. And because we're getting there, around 11, this thing starts at noon, so we're going to cause a ruckus. I'm going to bring some signs pointing people, some gold signs. I'm a realtor, so I have lots of pointy signs. And point you to where I'm at. Look for those gold real estate signs with the arrow, and you'll find me. If nothing else, if you've met me before, you've heard me before, you will hear me again. I am not a bashful person. You'll hear me.
Good. I think this is wonderful. 1401 L Street. Write that down.
Right.
1401 L Street. They're going to meet
behind the Sacramento Convention Center. It's the courtyard behind. And you know when you go down K Street Mall and we see those statues, that fountain statues in the middle, and the Esquire Theater is right there on K Street, and literally that's where we are. You can see the statues from there.
Okay, now it's coming clear. Okay, I got you. So all right. So now this is not the Golden One.
No, Golden One is across. We are behind the convention center, the old convention center, where the Sheraton and the Hyatt, it's like Bermuda Triangle there.
Okay. And their little event, their little campaign rally starts at where they're propping up that corpse
at noon. Yeah, they
Pelosi.
got Steve Hilton there against all of these Democrats. You got to give the guy kudos for that. No, but I'm not there for Steve. I'm there for Bacerra, and I want answers.
Now, about signs, let's talk about signs. Can we make anything? And how
make anything you want. Grab a paper bag, a piece of cardboard. Will work for missing children. I don't care what you write on it.
Any suggestions on a message? I mean, please avoid the
Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Okay. Yep. No, we don't need foul language. We don't need that. That's not what we want. We are demanding answers.
We want the media to notice us and see numbers too big to ignore, to where they can't just push it aside. And that's why we want the noisemakers, the whistles, and everything else, just like those other people do on the other side. Well, we're gonna do that. We can do that too. The silent majority has finally found its voice. Let's make some noise. And we're going to get some attention for the media, and we want the media to know that we've got these questions, and they better start asking, where are the kids?
Right. Where are the kids? And that is our message. Again, folks out there, I don't care what your political party is, who you voted for, who you plan to vote for, but we need to know where those children are. They came through California. They're finding them in meatpacking plants in Minnesota, in the Midwest. And there's some really scary truths. Some of those kids a lot of those kids were sold into the sex trade. And a lot of them, they were used for harvesting organs. I mean, the most wretched, horrible things you can imagine. And that's what happened to these children. And
these shipping containers, never forget too, during Biden and the whole COVID shutdown, these shipping containers were not even being inspected.
Exactly. And then remember, we went through the baby food. We went through the baby food shortage. What is with this guy and kids? Starve them, missing them, sell them off. What is his problem with children?
Right. Good question.
I have questions and I want them answered.
I do too. So the event starts at noon tomorrow, August 11th. That's Tuesday, August 11th. Please share this. Please get this word out. Share this with everybody. And show up tomorrow, August 11th at 11:15. Meet at 1401 L Street. That's 1401 L. There's a Starbucks, I guess, right there. And Chris will be there making some noise and with some signs.
Yes.
And then we will go to where the event is from there, right? Okay.
Yep, and I'm gonna give you my cell phone number, Charlie.
If we have any questions,
you're welcome.
On the
air? Thank you, everyone. I need you there. Yeah, I'm going to give you my phone number on the air. I don't keep it a secret. I'm in real estate. You can Google it. So if you need directions, you need information, my cell phone is 916-223-1765. Text me, Chris, I'm going to be there. What do I bring? Can I share this message? I will send you the Politico link. I will tell you where we're going to be. This isn't for chit chat or anything like this. We have a single mission, and that is demanding answers from Bacerra and doing it very publicly.
Love this. I think this is awesome. One more time, 916 area code
223-1765. Don't abuse it, guys. I'm trying to do the right thing.
Yes, she is. So please keep that in mind and be considerate. Thank you, Christine. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, there you go. Please show tomorrow. We need you. We need you desperately right now. This is very last minute. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America. But most importantly, America, bless God.